Kia ora e te whānau, ko Mustakopungan. I'm Marianne Infante, and welcome to Breathing Space. Today, I am honored to be joined by the incredible Renee Liang. For those of you who doesn't know who Renee is, she is passionate about stories, especially those of communities who aren't used to having their voices heard. She collaborates on visual arts works, film, music, and runs community events such as The Kitchen, bringing neighbours together with New Zealand writers. Renee has written, produced, and toured 8 plays, published 8 anthologies of migrant women's writing, written libretto for an opera, lyrics for a musical, and the story of an interactive computer game. In 2018, she became a member of the New Zealand Order of Merit for services to the arts. What an incredible bio. Welcome, Renee Liang.
Hey, Leho.
I want to know, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling great. Yeah, I'm not at work, so that's really nice. So I can kind of relax and have a chat.
Incredible. And we just want to know, just because now we're in a level 2 in Aotearoa, talking about going back to level 4 and 3, who was in your bubble? Were you just in your humble abode with your whānau?
Yeah, that was there's 4 of us here. So this is our family home, and I have a 6-year-old who turned 6 just before lockdown. So we've kept the balloons up just to remind us about parties, and a nearly 8-year-old with a lot of attitude. She's 8 going on 30. So, and then my husband as well, who is the main caregiver. So before we started lockdown, we already had a family situation where I went out to work and he was the stay-at-home parent. And more or less that's continued because I'm an essential worker. I work in the hospitals. And so my work actually got busier during lockdown.
Well, we totally applaud you and admire your mahi, and thank you for being an essential worker in such a crazy, dangerous, uncertain time in the world. I want to know, who are you when your practice as an artist is on pause? You kind of already talked about it, but in terms of the global pause due to your identity.
Lockdown was actually really nice to reconnect with my family because we didn't have a routine. We kind of just woke up, it tended to get later and later. And then we kind of just rolled with the day. These were the days that I wasn't working. So we kind of just got up and we kind of tried to do a walk every day. And we actually started pausing and enjoying the small things, like the color of the autumn leaves, because of course autumn came and we were able to watch them change. There's a macadamia nut tree at the end of our street, so we always stopped to try and collect some windfall. And we had like local parks that we gave special names to, and in one of the local parks someone actually had already created a racing track with chalk, and we had bikes and a little kart, a little Super Mario kart. So we did a lot of racing. So it was really nice. It was basically getting back to the simple things in life, just enjoying each other. And I think I was so lucky because they were, my kids are still young. And so it's natural for us to enjoy the little things. And I think they really indeed enjoyed that time that they had to spend with us and show us what was happening for them in their heads. I think it was a good reminder that often our daily lives are too busy, and that actually the things that will matter at the ends of our lives, which will be the relationships that we have with the people that we love, if we don't grab that opportunity now, we'll really regret at the end of our lives that we didn't grab that opportunity at this point. Yeah. Well, so lockdown was an opportunity to kind of pause and maybe freeze a moment in time. We had one of the really cool things I sort of accidentally did was we collected flowers. And I've had a flower press I've been planning to use. So in that first weekend of lockdown, we pressed flowers, and then we actually opened them at the start of level 2. And so now we have a permanent reminder of the flowers in our street in lockdown. So
it's like a time capsule, basically.
Yeah, more or less.
So I just want to know, because it might not have been possible for you as an essential worker, as a busy mum, and as a creative and a writer, I want to know, what have you, like, what does your breathing space physically look like, or what did you do in your breathing space to replenish you during this crazy times?
So I think it was the walking that did it, although I can't say that was always relaxing because we had to, we were always with the kids. There were only a few times that I managed to get out on my own. And I think it was just enjoying watching them and interacting with them. I also had some time late at night by myself with my writing. So because I also did work through, I had commissions and things that I was able to continue working on. And I was actually really grateful that as a writer, I continued to have work. And so it was really cool because for me, writing is quite restorative. I mean, it's very stressful as well if there's a deadline, but it's so nice to spend time in a world and make characters and then work out the connections between them. So in some ways I was living a double life through a lot of lockdown, and well, triple life, because also I went to work and I had a different relationship there. I'm kind of lucky, I guess, because I didn't really miss people because I was one of the people that was out of my bubble quite a lot. So I didn't really didn't miss people when I was in lockdown, even though I stuck to the rules when I was home.
And I totally agree in terms of the writing. I mean, I'm a very new writer, and I also found that writing was the only thing that kept me positively creative, if that makes sense, like positively charged in terms of writing. And it gave me a lot of opportunity to really learn and hone in some new writing skills, I think. And I really, really appreciate that part of what we do, that really replenished me throughout the crazy lockdown scenario. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone. This is Renee Liang. I'm Marianne Infante, and this is Breathing Space. Thanks, Renee.
Bye. Bye.